Beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, everybody. All right, so before I start this video, I just want to say that the title of my channel is Beautiful People. Keyword is people. So therefore you will notice that in some of my videos, actually most of them, I'm going to be talking about relationships, because this is a topic that's dear to my heart. That's a subject that I feel that, I can share and help some people who's going through some relationship, concerns or issues in their lives right now. And also I'm going to make a playlist about hospice care, because that's also dear to my heart. And eventually I'm also going to be doing hair, so I have something for everybody can benefit from my channel, not just one category, because as you know, we're people, we go through different phases in our lives. All right, so that being said, let's start. The topic of today is of course I got my notes. It's restlessness and agitation regarding our hospice patients. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about three different things regarding this: the signs, the causes and reasons, and of course some solution of what we can do to make our loved ones more comfortable when they're agitated. Okay, and of course please share if you have a friend or family or know somebody who has somebody who's at the end of life. And this video is talk to your physician or the nurse who's taking care of your loved ones, about some of these topics. Okay, but my channel is a guide to just kind of help you to know a little bit more, to help you to feel more comfortable. All right, so just jumping right to it. The signs. What are the signs to look for? What are the signs our loved ones might demonstrate? Some of the things that they might do, you might notice that they start pulling on their clothes. Okay, they start pulling on their clothes, they start pulling on the sheet. Okay, they kind of flip-flop around. They're very agitated and restless. They might also try to get out of bed, try to attempt to get out of bed, and that is a safety risk. Okay, I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why our loved ones might be agitated. The primary reason from my experience might be because they're not comfortable. They might be in pain, and so that's why it's good to make sure we are keeping ahead of the schedule when it comes to medicating our loved ones, because we don't want them to kind of have a peak. Okay, we want the medication to be in their bloodstream consistently, so that there's not a high and a low, like in the bell curve. So we want to make sure we're properly medicating them on a regular scheduled time. Okay, so that's number one, is that they're uncomfortable, they might be in pain. Another reason might be because that their organs are slowly shutting down. Okay, and also that might cause a lack of oxygen into their brain, so that as a result, you get the agitation. So when I say their organs are shutting down, meaning that their heart is not pumping properly, the circulation is not the best, and so therefore they're not getting enough oxygen into their body, their bloodstream, or going to the head. And so, as you might well be aware, if we're not getting enough, if we're not being oxygenated, to our heads, so of course we're going to have behavior that's going to be exhibit. Okay, so that's the third reason that I found, is that it might be because of some unresolved issue from their past, because sometimes, when we're at the end of life, we might have regrets, or we might want to make amends with somebody. And so that's also when, as the case manager, as a nurse, you will get other people in the team involved. Okay, so the nurse will get a social worker involved to kind of help your loved ones to deal with any unresolved concerns or issues that they might be having. Okay, so that might be another reason why, you know, somebody could, you know, their personality or mood might, you know, change. They might behave out of character. Okay, so now that we've talked about the signs of agitation, so now let's talk about solutions. So what can we do? Okay, what can we do to basically minimize these behaviors that are not the safest, okay, that might cause some harm in our loved ones? Now, the very first thing that I would recommend is for you as a family, as a caregiver, to inform the nurse, okay, to inform the case manager who is taking care of your loved ones that, you know, your loved one is more anxious, more agitated, is trying to get out of bed, is pulling on the sheets, pulling on their clothes. So it's very good that you maintain a constant flow of communication with the nurse so that she can go ahead and contact the doctor, the hospice doctor, and then together we can come up with medications with the regimen that will be ideal to maintain safety. Okay, so that's one thing that we can do. That's the number one thing that I recommend. The other thing that is also very helpful is to have a one-on-one. Okay, a one-on-one sitter that will stay with your mom or dad, you know, that could make sure if he or she is trying to get out of bed, or, you know, trying to hurt himself, or trying to pull on the Foley, because sometimes we put a Foley catheter, try to pull on the Foley, the sitter could be there and just kind of, you know, guide and reorient the patient to tell them, please, no, don't do that, you know, or just kind of talk about something else. You know, so the one-to-one sitter is very, very helpful. Sometimes the family will hire a private caregiver. You know, there are several companies, and your case manager, your hospice nurse can recommend some private care companies that will come and stay with your mom or dad, whether it's overnight, okay, whether it's for 4 hours during the day, or, you know, it's for 8 hours during the day, or 12 hours. So a private caregiver can definitely come and be a one-to-one sitter that will help to minimize. Okay, the other thing that we can do as a solution is to get the psychosocial team involved. Okay, so we have social worker, we have a priest, as I was mentioning before. If somebody has you know, any unresolved issues, and so the priest can, you know, come in and read the Bible, and just if somebody's feeling guilty or anything like that, they can help to kind of talk it over with the social worker, with the priest, with the spiritual care. Has any unresolved issues with another family member, or sometimes too they might start to think to themselves, am I going to heaven? Am I going to hell? So those are the kind of things that, you know, you will have the social worker, the priest, to help your loved ones to basically navigate through these feelings, and that will help the patient to basically minimize the anxiety. Okay, so yeah, those are the signs of restlessness, agitation, the reason for it, and some of the solutions that we can do to help to minimize. So I hope that this video was helpful. Please share, okay, and stay tuned for more videos like this, and please drop a comment, let me know. Thank you for watching. I love you with the love of Jesus, and as always, please subscribe and comment. Stay tuned for the next video.